Hi, Ron in Vancouver, Washington. Well, it's been overcast all day today, except for, well, the sun never really came through, but there was some areas of the cloud cover that was thin enough that you could see where the sun was at. Having lived here my whole life, I'm 100% certain that when that happens, you see the sun as a disc. It's like has a very sharp edge. Like when you look at the moon, you can see that it's round on a full moon. It has a sharp, distinct edge. It looks like that because of the way the light goes through water vapor and clouds. However, there was none of that today. It was just an indiscernible glow that radiated out into this fuzzy white crap. And it hasn't rained in well over 24 hours, and the ground's even pretty much dry, and it's not moist in the air, feeling particularly, yet there's fog everywhere. And my mouth has this nasty-ass taste in it, which only happens when I see zillions of planes spraying the sky, except today it was cloudy all day, but it wasn't raining. And yeah, so out there on the horizon, you should be able to see, well, you can't see it from this angle now, but you can't see Larch Mountain. You can't see Silver Star area, which is 12 miles that way maybe, probably not even that far, we're like 10 in a straight line. Can't even see it. And oh yeah, it hasn't rained, it's not wet or particularly cold. Well, it's a little bit cold, but it's not wet. And it's not moist. You don't feel moisture on your skin, in the air. It doesn't feel like there should be any fog. When you look to the horizon, to the west, because the sun's getting over there now, it's got a pinkish, orange, even tint down low, like there always is when they spray. And I can just feel it. I taste it. I feel it. I must be the only one. Gee whiz. I'm the only one who notices that I'm breathing a super heavily laden metal mixture instead of air. That guy doesn't notice. Those people don't notice. You know what I do notice, though? I notice that everybody's affected by it, whether they think they are or not. I know people who think that I'm crazy and they don't believe that the government would do anything like that, or if they were, that it couldn't be dangerous because we're the good guys and the USA always wins, hoorah, right? Well, they're fucking idiots, but that's beside the point. And, this guy's walking in front here with the Monster Energy drink sweatshirt on. I was distracted for a moment. I'm thinking, oh yeah, the each one of those things that makes the M in Monster is like some Arabic number or Hebrew or something, number 6. So the shirt really says 666 to the Arab world. And we wonder why they think that the United States is filled with devil worshippers and that we're the great Satan. Gee, I wonder why. And the people here, that stuff is given away. I guess they want us to wear it. But anyway, back to the all-white, hazed-out fucking bullshit sky. This is like, I don't know, probably the 10th day in a row. I think it's the 8th day, but it feels like the 10th. How about that? All chemtrails. People act different. People I know act different. They act the way that I feel on these days, which makes sense because I'm breathing the same crap, and then I feel somewhat less than focused, I guess I'd call it. I get feeling just unmotivated and slightly irritable, and if I'm already irritable or for a real reason, then I'm very irritable. I think it's the same with everyone else. And I watch people I know, my mom especially, like, she acts like she's in some sort of, I don't know what you would call it. It's not exactly hypnotized or trance, but she acts obsessive compulsive about whatever it is she's doing, and you try and like joke with her or talk about something that she wasn't expecting you to talk about, and she's just like stops and stares into space for several seconds as if she's like has no idea what you're talking about or what to say when you're just having light conversation, and like she doesn't get that. And when they spray heavily, it's very, very noticeable. And on the rare occasion in the last couple of months now, when they don't spray, that it rains, because it hasn't been raining much around here, to tell you the truth. It's supposed to rain a lot here, and it's been hardly any. We're supposed to get a ton of rain, and it just ain't happening yet. When it's clear, and I know the air is clear, she doesn't act like that, at least this bat. She acts like that a little bit, but she's on medication from the permanent Caesar. The permanent Caesar has got lots of people on his medical plan. The permanent Caesar wants you to be on his medical plan. Kaiser Permanente. All hail the permanent Caesar. Yeah, anyway. And when they spray chemtrails heavily, she's like, I can't even really talk to her. I just interact with her and be nice to her, and she goes back on her way about what she's doing on her little mission that she's not even aware that she's on, apparently, other than she's obsessing and worrying about every little detail. But, that's normal. Mothers worry. Mothers worry about, the children, the dogs. They don't worry to the point of making up far-fetched, hardly, conceivable things to worry about, generally. My mom doesn't, until the last few years with her prescriptions from the permanent Caesar and these heavy, heavy doses of chemtrails. And at least she's aware of it. She knows what a chemtrail is. She knows when they're spraying, but she doesn't seem to be self-aware enough to realize how it's affecting her behavior. And I think some of that has to do with the citalopram that, they feel she needs, and having killed her thyroid so that she has to take hormone replacements and Graves' disease, and I could go on, because ever since she got in an accident and went to the doctor after the accident, she's progressively gotten more and more disorders, and everyone's getting disorders now. I would not doubt that low T is related to chemtrails, and when they're starting to say that, 1 in 3 people will get shingles, well, that's not the statistic. Find an old encyclopedia from the 50s and 60s, back when shingles, was more well known, maybe, and see what the rate was. It wasn't 1 in 3, it was like 1 in 50, and it's only under certain conditions. So I'm waiting for the chemtrail plane. We'll call it the shingle trail plane. It'll spray shingles out, and everybody will get shingles. Well, not everybody, because that would be too obvious. Only people that have a pre-existing weak immune system will get the shingles, or the whatever they add to it. I'm sure it will be timed perfectly with the police state announcement and the big terrorist attack, that we all have to group together and quell any dissent against, the problems with our government. Oh, it may be bad, but it's the best in the world, and it's the best we got, and we're at war, and we got to group together. Yeah, because we're smart, we're brave, so we're going to get together, and if anybody says anything about the government, right or wrong, we're going to silence them. Are you with me, police? Are you with me, firemen? Are you with me, military? Are you with me, reserves? We need to quell this, or America's dead. Don't you get it? There won't be an America if we don't stop the American people from rising up and taking over their own country. So We have to spray them with poison, otherwise they're too hard to control. They'd be too hard to beat in a fight if we didn't spray them with poison first, but we can't spray them with poison and have them not notice, so we have to drug them first, and we have to brainwash them first. Television, pharmaceuticals, and now chemtrails with the HAARP antenna. Because you know what? You can't go very far without seeing a HAARP antenna, right? I mean, shit. You're never far away from one. Did you know that your body has a signature to an electrical signal, from an electrical signal that can be picked up and tuned in on? Did you know these radiate microwaves, and those microwaves can be tuned to your frequency and you can be targeted? How about them apples? The United States government is a satanic, disgusting organization of sellouts, and they have everyone brainwashed pretty much in the mainstream. Anybody who thinks the news is worth watching, the paper is worth buying, or that any of the things that this country used to stand for still exist are the people who keep them in power. The ones who can't conceive that they could really be that bad. I guarantee you, that thing right there is giving people cancer. And if you have any susceptibility to any diseases, boy, bloodstream full of chemtrails and being irradiated by microwaves 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, can't be good for you. Anyway, I'm hungry. I came to Subway, where Jared goes. Have a good day.